Hello, dear students. Welcome to our channel, Mechanical Engineering Made Simple. So, the second chapter in the engineering materials is the testing of materials. So, today we are going to see what is testing of materials and how it is done, what are the different types of tests, properties, and what are the test characteristics. Okay. So, now I have shown on the right hand side a bar which is applied with a load P axially. So, right, initial cross section of area is equal to A1 and initial gauge length. Okay, gauge length is the length between which we are measuring the length and conducting the test. So, gauge length 1 LG1 and A2 is the area of cross section at the breaking point, which is very bottom figure. So, now LG2 is the gauge length at the breaking point. So, these are the things which are shown on the right side. So, I have shown you the bar position in various phases of the loading. So, now I have shown you on the left hand side a diagram which is drawn between the stress and strain. So, various points I have shown and various regions I have shown. So, in the right hand side that bar, so in the elastic region the length is same Lg1, in the plastic region the length is increasing, and in the necking region a small neck is formed, and gradually in the finally at the breaking point the very big neck which is formed is going to break. Okay, so this is how the test is conducted. So, initially so I have shown how the tensor testing is conducted on a ductile materials. So, this is the diagram for mild steel, the stress strain diagram for the mild steel which is a ductile material. So, initially standard specimen of cross sectional area and diameter. So, A1 and LG1 is taken and the gradually load is applied, and finally the area of cross section A2 and LG2 at the breaking point are measured. So, this is how the test is conducted. On the left hand side, on the y axis the stress is plotted and the x axis the strain is plotted. So, ER means elastic region, PR means plastic region, and NR means necking region. Okay, so PL means proportionality limit, YS means yield stress or yield strength, UTS means ultimate tensile strength, and BP is the breaking point. You can observe that so your breaking point is between the yield stress and the ultimate tensile strength. So, till the proportionality limit PL, the stress is proportional to strain and Hooke's law is obeyed, and at the yield point, first of all initially the specimen or the workpiece is going to to the plastic region, and the ultimate tensile stress is the maximum stress reached in the tensile stress, and breaking point is the stress at which the test specimen is going to break. So, this is in nutshell about the stress strain diagram for your ductile materials like a mild steel. Okay, next we will see various properties etc., various quantities, and what are the definitions, what are the test characteristics etc., and what is their importance, what are their importance. So, let us see one by one. So, here I have shown you the definition in the first column, I have given in the second column the quantity or property, on the third column I have given the test with which test we are going to measure the quantity or property. In the fourth column I have given test characteristics. So, what are the test characteristics for each test I have mentioned, if at all any. So, now if you see that yield stress, what is the yield stress? It is the stress at which the material goes into the plastic state. Tensile strength, tensile strength is the stress at the breaking point in tension. Okay, now compressive strength, strength is the stress at the breaking point in the compression mode of failure. Next, percentage of elongation, it is the change in length by original length, that means Lg2 minus Lg1 by Lg1 into 100, and Young's modulus, you know that it is the ratio of stress and strain within the elastic limit. And resilience, so here very important things are resilience and fracture toughness. Fracture toughness is measured up to the breaking point and resilience is within the elastic limit, that means before the yield stress only. So, what is resilience? Resilience is the energy absorbed without shape change, that means it is not going into the plastic state, or it is in the elastic state. So, that is how the energy measured. So, energy measured is given by the stress strain diagram. The area of the stress strain diagram is going to give the energy absorbed per unit volume. Okay. So, that means sigma per unit volume, right, into. So, now in the finally fracture toughness. So, it is the energy absorbed till breaking point. Okay, so in the fracture toughness there are two things, one is ductile material and other one is the brittle material. So, till the fracture toughness right from your yield stress, tensile strength, compressive strength, percentage elongation, Young's modulus, resilience and fracture toughness for ductile materials, they are all measured by the tensile test. You can see in the third column all are measured by the tensile test, but only the fracture toughness for brittle materials is measured by what are known as Izod test and Charpy test, okay, in which specimen is cut with a hammer falling from some height. So, in the if you see the tensile test, so the test characteristics, the important things are test specimen. Okay, the test specimen diameter is 12.5 plus or minus 0.25 mm and gauge length is equal to 50.8 mm. So, please remember these values. And now, what is the significance of this fracture toughness property or fracture toughness? So, it is basically it is important for the design of components subjected to fatigue or impact loading. So, this is the importance of the fracture toughness for ductile materials and also both brittle materials also. But fracture toughness for ductile materials is measured by the tensile test. Fracture toughness for brittle materials is measured by the Izod and Charpy test. So, if you see the Izod test, so the test piece is arranged as a cantilever and it results in inaccurate results. That is another specific characteristic of this particular Izod test. And Charpy test, the test specimen is arranged as a simply supported beam and it is going to give you the results which are very, very accurate. I hope, boys, which you have followed. So, what we have discussed in this particular video. So, please go through once again. If you want to pause and go through what I was just discussing with you. So, if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and share, like, comment and also share among your groups, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram and all the platforms which you are in contact with. You please share our channel name Mechanical Engineering Made Simple among your friend circle like groups and contacts, so that number of students are getting benefited. Okay. So, we are going one by one. So, we are going by one chapter. So, first subject I have taken engineering materials and first chapter we have completed probably. So, in the second in the next topic today we have which we have discussed is the testing of materials, which is very, very important, and you can expect at least some questions from at least 1 or 2 questions for any of the examination, whether you are writing IAS, GATE, all competitive examinations, TSPSC, APPSC, AE, okay, even your distribution companies, power distribution companies, generation companies, right. So, whether RRB, name any exam, definitely this is a very, very important subject and very, very important chapter, testing of materials. Okay. So, we have seen what are the very, very important things about the testing of materials in this today's video. And and one more thing I request you, please don't pause the video, see the video till the end, so that you are getting benefited the complete knowledge, you are getting the complete knowledge of the video. And once you subscribe my channel, you will get a bell icon. Please press that, so that any video which I make and upload onto the YouTube, immediately a notification will come to you, so that you can watch them also on the subject, you are improve your subject, okay, in a nice way. Okay, boys, wish you all the best. And one more thing, so don't dishearten. Okay, some people are saying that the notification will come, notification will not come, right. So, if not come, the notifications will definitely come tomorrow or day after tomorrow, or if not 1 month, 2 months, that the government has to give, whether it is AP government or the TS government. And if not, state government examinations are not coming forth, you definitely have a number of central government examinations, staff selection commission, etc., and also you can appear for GATE also, and you can even the knowledge which you get, okay, which we are discussing through videos, it will be very useful for your all the, for example, if you are going for a corporate company interview or private company interview, or you are joining some private industry in the production side or maintenance side or design side. So, all this, whether you take any job, this subject is going to be very, very important, or any subject, thermal production design. Okay, boys. So, please continue your efforts, and definitely one day you are going to succeed and you are going to get the job of your dream job. Okay, wish you all the best. Let us meet in another video shortly.